Wait for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Thank you for joining us on this week's Gaming Roundup. It's week 28. I'm Keith, the superior presenter, because that's the way it goes. And I'm joined by Gareth. Say hello, Gareth.
Superior presenter, my arse. My arse.
I thought I'd just get that in.
I have spent the afternoon napalming my patio. So,
He feels a bit sorry for himself, ladies and gentlemen. So he says, Keith, you're my friend. You're the best presenter in the world. You present the show. That's what he said. Right, what are we talking about this week?
I just want to point out that you should see my patio. It is practically weed-free. The only way it could have been any more weed-free is to have a couple of F4 Phantoms come over and drop napalm on it.
Only took you a year.
That doesn't translate onto podcast very well.
He stuck his fingers up at me, ladies and gents. Right, what are we talking about this week? We are talking about Fallout Shelter. The game on iOS has made a buttload of cash, and it's coming to Android in August. Xbox One now gets keyboard and mouse support. And you can play Xbox One games on Windows 10 machines, which is quite interesting. We have got a story that Gareth late submitted about online gamer losers harassing women. Apparently, they are more likely to do this, according to some university boffins. And what else are we talking about this week? Well, we have got one more story for you. We have got the next Tomb Raider game coming out. It's an Xbox exclusive, and it will be 1 year after it will come out on the PS4. And we've got our and finally story, which I will save till the last thing. So let's kick this thing off and talk about Fallout Shelter on iOS. It made 5.1 million quid since it's been billion dollars since it got launched. I got it on there, and I'm absolutely addicted to it. I love it. I've got now over 100 people living in my shelter. I'm up to 119. I'm having to build shitloads of power stations and stuff, and I've run out of money, so it's all a bit touch and go at the moment. But I love it. I'm absolutely addicted to it. And on August the 13th, for all you sad Android people out there, thought that wind up, Gav. It comes out on Android on August the 13th.
Oh, yes. No, finally comes out on Android. Oh, and they've updated it and made it better too. Yes, they have.
No, that's just to appease you Android lot.
No, they made it better. Sorry.
Well, okay. How have they made it better?
They've put in a load more features in the thing.
Yeah, but that'll come to iOS.
That will come to iOS. That come to iOS the same day it was released on Android because I read the article.
There you go. So are we going to get more buildings and more rooms to make and shit like that?
Oh God, no! It's a Mr. Handy thing. You get I think you get a robot.
Yes.
Is it Mr. Handy? I'm sure the Mr. Handy saying you get a robot and he will gather resources for you.
Yeah, that's interesting. So the game will continue while you're not playing it.
Well, I imagine it will. It did before. I don't think they've changed it.
No, it stops after a while. So it will continue for about a while, but then it stops. So when everything's run out, everything's timed out, it stops until you log on and click all your rooms and stuff. So I mean, I've made the Nuka Cola room. I got that at the beginning of the week, and I'm now training up all of my Shelty people to top skills, so that when I'm swapping them out in the rooms and having them in the training centers and everything. It's the only thing that's really annoying about it is once you've got like a really big shelter, right? Moving the people around, when you're trying to move the screen up and down, you inadvertently grab people. So, like, people have got, like, top strength, suddenly end up in a bloody water place, because you don't realise when you're scrolling down like that, you've moved a person. It can get really, really annoying, that. The controls are a bit finicky at times, but I do love it. I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, sorry, the Mr. Handy thing we were talking about is the Mr. Handy Premium Ward. So it can collect resources, gather loot, and defend your vault from invaders.
That's
so you
useful.
Can get a Mr. Handy. I can't remember what the bloody military version of Mr. Handy's called. Mr. Fighty. It's got boxing gloves on it. I'll take you on.
Mr. Fighty.
Mr. Fighty.
But,
yeah.
5.1 million quid. I mean, I think dollars even. I think Fallout 4 trailer might have helped that a little bit.
Oh, I think that people are just dying for Fallout 4 stuff,
Yeah.
and you know how excited I am about it. We've
Yes.
got we've got the game coming out this year, and then next year they'll have expansions every 6 months, and then you'll have the mods, and it just looks cool. It really does. I'm not a big Skyrim fan, yeah, but I love Fallout. I love because I'm more sci-fi than Dungeons and Dragons. When Nigel's the other way around, he's more Dungeons and Dragons. You'll see him dressed up at the weekend as a
That's because
Viking.
Nigel's a nerd and we're geeks.
He's a dwarf. He's he's a dwarven king.
he's a nerdish dwarf.
He's
the king of the dwarf nerds.
he's king under the cupboard. That's a good reference, I think.
All hail the king under the
King
cupboard.
under the cupboard.
Yeah, we should do that when he comes back. That should be our intro for the Geek Corner. All hail the king under the cupboard.
Yes, and you naughty boy putting on the bit at the end.
What about? What are we talking about?
Something about me and like, oh, you've got the comment, which I wasn't even aware we were recording, where I picked up some codeine and I went, oh, codeine, oh, I'll have some of that later. Not that I take codeine recreationally.
Codamol, which is
Codamol, sorry.
Ooh, funky stuff. Anyway, right, no, so yes, Fallout 4, ton of cash coming to Android on August the 13th, and updates to iOS as well. So check that out. We're quite big fans of the game here. So we should move on, and Gareth, we'll talk about this online study. This is your story. So do you want to lead on this one?
Right. Okay. I've been trying to work with what do you call it, Reddit, and Reddit every so often throws up some stories, and from a website called Ars Technica. So naturally, you know, I kind of think about it. It says a study says online gaming losers are more likely to harass women. Now, there's been a thing for maybe over 2 years now where they talk about men harassing women online. Right. The first thing you need to know is that gaming space online is, for especially on shooters, competitive shooters, is a primarily male space. Yeah, and this is where males get to behave like males. Yeah, and if you're a woman, you come in there and you get surprised because men are behaving like men. I'm sorry, yeah, but you can do what I do, and it's the first thing I do whenever I play Call of Duty is I pop in and I go mute, 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 mute. Oh, Keith, unmute. Yeah, and I don't give a shit about what anyone else says, but it's really annoying. But they had a chat with women being bombarded with this gender harassment and all this shite. And then the University of New South Wales and Miami University of Ohio, which is kind of ironic, Miami, Ohio. I must remember that for future when I'm playing games and I go, well, there's Miami in Ohio, because I imagine that's the case. They recorded 126 matches of Halo 3.
Halo 3?
Halo 3, not 4, not Reach, not even ODST.
But Halo 3 was like fucking in ancient times.
In ancient times. Who the fuck is playing Halo 3 at the moment?
Well, you can't play it on Master Chief Collection because that thing fucking doesn't work.
But that's what you did. But they did on Halo 3, and it was like, well, I spend all my day at work playing around with statistics and making sure statistics read right for business decisions, yeah? And I looked at that, and the first problem was this study seems too narrow a study. Yeah, it was like kind of, okay, so this is, sorry, let me just put the ground level for the study. So they played the game, and then they played a woman's voice back over the open channel, and to see how people reacted. Yeah, and they played a male voice over the thingy, and then they worked out who would respond and where they were in the kind of pecking order and that. So naturally, the people who had lost the game and who were frustrated reacted poorly, because that's the way people react poorly. And then the ones who were at the top of the tree reacted well, because they were doing well. It's like, how can I put it? It's like the urinal thing. There was a study, I can't remember, a study at Sheffield University, where they turned around and said, when men go into a toilet, and they go to a urinal, yeah, they tend to go the furthest urinal from the man peeing. Yeah, and I bet you do the same, Keith. When you go into a urinal, yeah, unless you're drunk and you're just dying to get to the urinal, you tend to look at it and go, I don't really want to look at his wang. I'm going to go to the furthest one.
Yeah,
Maybe
pretty
the
much.
one in the corner.
Every man does it.
Everyone does it. It's a space thing. It's a man's having a piss. It's almost a private thing, yeah. And I'm invading his space. But somehow we needed a study to note that. And this is a kind of poor players behave poorly, good players behave better. And it's like, well, we fucking know that, yeah. And then it looks to me, it's 126 games. So 2 universities managed to record 126 games. I'll be honest with you, yeah. That's bollocks, yeah. Seriously. 126 games, yeah. 120. How long was this study? What period of time was this study over? I have to look at. I have to go through the details and pick it apart from this point. But it was 126 games. So part of me thinks that there were more games in the study, because if you said we want to measure harassment, yeah, there are 2 ways that instantly spring to mind for me, yeah. If you want to do online harassment, the best way of doing it is to do text harassment and do word mining. Yeah. So you go into the comments and you word mine the comments and you look for the repetitive phrases and the repetitive language, and you sit there and say on objective level that these phrases occurred more here and these phrases occurred more here. Yeah. Well, I've done it at work with customer surveys and bits, so you can understand which words are coming across. Yeah. So it's like kind of could have done better. Yeah. Things like that. But this looks like they've only played an out of date game on an out of date console, yeah, which is out of date 2 years ago when the Xbox One came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they played on an out of date console, and then they like kind of, oh well, this is harassment. Well, fucking, I bet you hardly anyone's fucking playing this game. Yeah, why didn't you not do Call of Duty? Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, so why did you not do Call of Duty? Why did you not do World of Warcraft? Yeah, why did you? There are other games that are more popular. I could probably pop online and find the top 5 online games. Yeah, Hearthstone. Yeah, things like that. This makes me think that they studied the other games, but the other games didn't come back with the results that you want.
There's a really interesting thing at the end of this about psychology that's just bollocks.
Go on then.
It says researchers suggest evolutionary psychology explanation for these results, arguing that low-status, low-performing males are hostile towards female competitors, while higher-skilled males are not as threatened by the disruption in established hierarchy. I got an A in fucking psychology A level, and I don't need an A in that to tell you that bullshit, right? That's not a fucking study. Whose money are they wasting?
That's
just basic. I can tell you that. It's in the textbook.
It's I don't see that. I don't even think that's evolutionary psychology, because there isn't even a quote from there isn't a scientist quoted on there, is there?
No, there's not. Well, it did say that it was published in the Public Library of Science, and it was only 2 university fellows that did this.
Yeah, but from my perspective, I look at this and go, if you're going to quote someone, you add the quotation in the article. Yeah, it's like, we fucking quote the articles that we read on our videos. You watch our videos. If we say something, there's the fucking link to the page that we read to say that we read it. And it has me aghast, because it's like kind of, why did you not do more popular games? Yeah, did you do more popular games? How can you only do 126? Yeah, seriously. If you're doing this, I imagine if I was doing this study, I'd do it over 6 months, and I would expect to try and get in 1,000. So you've got a very, very good sample, yeah, 1,000, yeah, across a range of games, and then you could sit there and say, right, the shooter games tend to have more harassment, yeah, the what do you call it, the World of Warcraft ones, the kind of MMORPG ones, tend to have less harassment. I'll say there was no harassment because no one fucking talked to each other, yeah, stuff along those lines. It just gets me, because this sounds like social science trying to twist the facts to match, yeah. And note there's, yeah, go on.
It's not even twisting facts in the fact that, to me, it's just a bollocks study, because I can tell you the results of that before you even did the study. I mean, you know, anybody with half a bloody brain and a little bit of understanding of psychology can tell you that males who are not fucking performing very well are going to feel intimidated. And what do? They react badly. And who do they react badly to? What they perceive to be the weakest link, right? And which in some cases is women. That's not me being sexist. That's just how the fucking male brain works, right? This is just bullshit. It's just a bullshit study. It doesn't even matter if it's twisting the data or not. It's just a bullshit study.
See,
It's
the other
something
thing,
that I could tell you that's going to happen anywhere, not just in gaming. It's going to happen anywhere that there is, competition.
yes, and the other thing too is that if men get shitty towards anyone, yeah, they always get shitty towards the person that they think is not going to get violent with them.
Yes, the weakest link.
Yeah,
It's neural pathways. It's just
yeah.
how it works. It's basic psychology at its most basic level. It's stuff that's just inherent in us. Since the caveman ages. It's just there. It's
But there is a war on fucking gamers with the fucking media at the moment.
Of course there is. I mean, because the media has always got to have a bang on about something. I mean, there's always a story in the bloody Daily Mail banging on about something or another. Just for fuck's sake.
Oh, Daily Mail's great for the cancer stories. It's like it's like dark chocolate prevents cancer. 3 months later, chocolate gives you cancer, especially dark chocolate. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, make your mind up. There's an oncology blog online about the stupid stories in there. But I always get annoyed over this because it's like kind of there was an ESA thing a while back saying that the gaming thing was 50-50, yeah? Yeah, remember that? We talked about it. The gaming kind of market was 50-50. The problem with that was that they included mobile games. And I know for a fact that if you include mobile games and Facebook games, yeah, a lot of women play those mobile games and the Facebook games.
Yes.
They're not highly competitive, yeah? They're not like kind of those Twitch kind of games. I can guarantee you, anyone who's got a Facebook account, yeah, and friends, just pop on there, look at your requests for things like Candy Crush and and then just do a quick demographic check. Yeah, I know it's completely anecdotal, yeah, but do a quick demographic check. There'll be women. Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
because
yeah.
women like those guys. That's what they want. Give them what they want. We want this. They want that. That's fine. Let's leave it. And if you're a woman and you want to come over here, that's fine. But we will behave like this because that's men. Yeah, we are shitty towards each other every so often.
It's inherent behaviour in males. It's not even it's predefined behaviour in men. It just that's how it works. That's how men work.
We are fucking massive. We argue, yeah, but the thing with men is men always have a line where we stop when it comes to arguing, yeah. Me and Keith will attest to this. As Tuesday, we spent how long arguing over something?
About an hour.
About an hour. Good job there was no one in the house and the neighbouring house too, because we were fucking going at hammer and tongue. Because men are competitive and they want to put their view across and they want to be right and they want to be on top, and that's why men are like that. Women are not as bothered yet. They don't get caught in that stupid trap that we get caught in, and it is a stupid trap that we get caught in. Yeah, but it helps men achieve things. And when you move into those spaces where men are and they behave competitively, and the guy who's just his KD ratio's just gone through into the shitter, it's like kind of, well, it's your fucking fault. You were driving the Jeep and you fucking crashed it, and then I lost, and it was all shit. Yeah, that's normal. I'm sorry, that is normal. You need to expect it, but you need to do what I do. Yeah, go online, mute every fucker because it's not worth fucking listening to anyone on any of those fucking games. It really isn't. It's probably the only ones that was worth listening to are probably the MMO games.
There is one thing I do enjoy. It's winding up whiny little American kids that get really pissed off when you shoot them in Call of Duty. I always used to enjoy ripping the piss out of them because they whine more and it's just very amusing.
See, this is a difference between a PSN user and an Xbox fucking Live user. So there's another example of people getting shitty. Before all this kind of men harassing women stuff, it was literally console wars, and it was PlayStation, Xbox, and then we'd fight it out left, right, and fucking centre, and you'd hit arguments and ridiculous things go on and on and on and on and on and on. And then ever since this has come out, now everyone's focused on this, and it's like bollocks. Can we all get back to gaming, please?
Yeah, I agree with you.
If someone's shitty to you, mute, block. That's it. Yeah, that's how you deal with it. It's that simple, yeah? The only thing I will say is that when I play against Keith, we do smack talk a lot.
We do.
I've got fucking it's Super Exploding Zoo where we're just giving each other shit. But it's friendly shit, though. It's not aggressive, out of control shit. So when it comes to this, yeah, there's not enough data there to please me. There's not enough data. There's not enough range. Yeah,
it's bullshit. I mean, we're instinctive males, and that's what we do. Get over it. At the end of the day, it's bullshit.
Yes, we are men and we are proud.
We are men. Right, let's move on.
Yes.
Okay, Xbox One is getting mouse and keyboard support.
No!
Yes.
No, 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 no. You read the other one, and then you read this one.
Oh, so you want me to tell you that basically Xbox One games are now playable on Windows 10 PCs?
Yeah, but there'll be a problem if you were playing it on Windows 10 PCs, because if you were playing it on Windows 10 PCs, you wouldn't be able to use a mouse and keyboard on the Xbox One, which would cause a massive issue. So our Saint Saint Spencer of Microsoft
So the good.
took to his Twitter chariot, yeah, and asked the masses what they felt about it, and they said that they needed mouse and keyboard support. And then guess what Saint Spencer then gave to the masses?
Keyboard and mouse support by any chance?
Yes, and you missed a fucking good story. That's how I was like, ah!
Well, you made me host this, so you know.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, they're two stories in one, basically. I mean,
I do like to try and build it into a story. You have to excuse me.
they are two stories in one. I find it quite interesting. Why would you want to play Xbox One games on a PC? And vice versa, you buy a console for the gaming pad to play console games, and you buy a PC to play PC games. Now, I know that the water between consoles and PCs is becoming very, very muddied, but why would you want to do that?
I don't know why someone from the PC Master gaming race would lower themselves to console pedantry.
Well, Nigel did.
Peasantry, sorry. Peasantry.
Nigel did, didn't he?
It's just nice to have. Yeah, it's not a need. It's a nice to have, because you can imagine it. Yeah, you're sitting there, you're playing. You for me, like I said, I've been editing a video or something. It's like, I fancy a game. I can't be bothered to go downstairs. Out pops a controller. I haven't got a controller to hand now. Out pops a controller. Right, fair enough. I'll play a game, and that's it. And you don't have to move. So imagine this will cause Americans to get fatter along with the rest of the world, but they'll get fatter first because they'll get it first, and it'll be working better for them too.
Do you think that Microsoft are shitting themselves a little bit about Steam machines and turn your PS3 off?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to put it
on. Do you think Microsoft are shitting themselves about Steam machines?
I think it comes down to two things. One of them, is a Steam machine. The other thing is the PlayStation TV thing, because PlayStation, you just pop this little thing on the back of your thing, you plug it in, you get what do you call it? They're doing this weird, cool thing with the cable services where you just get the channels that you want and nothing else. So that's cool, and you get to stream your PS4 to it. So they haven't got that, yeah. Then you've got Steam, which then does exactly the same thing, but in reverse, streams it down to your TV downstairs, yeah. So I think they're looking at it going, well, they've got it, and they've got it, and they've got it. We should have it. Why haven't we got streaming technology? And then that was their thing. I think they should be more focused on the kind of cloud stuff that they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, so yeah, it's interesting, very interesting.
Interesting. Yes.
Yes.
It's. I mean, yeah. I think you're right. But yes, there you go. So if you're a Windows 10 user, why? But you can now have Xbox One games on your PC, and you can plug a mouse and keyboard into your Xbox console. Anyway, right. We should move on to the next story. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, we covered this last year, and we speculated because at the time they basically said this was an Xbox One exclusive, and Gareth and me, and to a certain extent Nigel, were saying that's bollocks. It's going to come out on the PlayStation at some point. It's not going to remain on the Xbox One. It is a timed exclusive and not a full-on exclusive. Will never appear on anything else. And well, it turns out we're right, but I have to admit that the timed exclusive is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. It's going to be a full year on the Xbox One before you lucky PS4 owners can get it on your PS4. So I don't know. I'm pissed off because I quite liked the first of the new Tomb Raider games. I played it all the way through and completed it, loved it, and I played that admittedly on an Xbox, but I loved it.
Just as a point, the reason that Tomb Raider games are a bit more appealing now is that they're more like the Uncharted games, which is ironic because the Uncharted games were following the Tomb Raider
Tomb Raider
games.
games, yeah. But
Sorry, I just had to point that irony out.
it is more cross appealing now. It's not just about Lara's boobs, is it? I mean, okay, Lara Croft is still a very attractive looking woman in the game, but it's less sexist. It's not all about how big are Lara's boobs in this game.
Hold on a second. I showed you that picture that my brother sent me with the back in my day, Lara Croft didn't have bouncy boobs. She had lines, like corners or something, yeah? I never got why she had sex appeal on like the cover, but not in the game. If that made sense.
True. Although I see you must have never played Nude Raider. Now there's an add-on for you. There's a mod.
If you couldn't have patched it on a PlayStation 1, I don't think I would have played it because I never owned Tomb Raider on a PC.
I did.
I was too busy. I was too busy playing Homeworld and Cataclysm.
Yeah. We're not going to go there because we'll get into an argument about how I kicked your ass. He's not going to.
Hang on, no! Stop! This right? No, I have to. Right, this is getting settled now. Okay. You did not kick my ass. You have a record that is better than mine, which isn't the same as directly kicking my ass. Directly kicking my ass is in direct competition. Yes. This wasn't in direct competition. See, we were referring to the story where men get fucking shitty with each other and think, there's a primary fucking example.
If this is what gets you to sleep at night, you keep on thinking.
No, it's a fact. No, I'm sorry. This is the thing. Hang on a moment. This is the thing that gets me, yeah? You've beaten me probably 3 times at Mortal Kombat. And every time you've beaten me in Mortal Kombat, you've gone, right, run away!
I'm the wise one. I've done my bit. I leg it. I ain't staying around to get my ass kicked back. The wise man leaves.
Pasted your ass several fucking times.
Oh,
yeah?
You paste my ass at every game. But Homeworld, I have the record. Thank you.
Right, hold on a moment. Hang on a moment, right? Because I think we're gonna have to fucking settle this, yeah. Oh, and we're gonna have to settle this like men in a competition.
We're going to settle this like men. Yeah. What competition is this?
Well, first of all, I have to pop up to Steam and buy Homeworld, which I've just opened the window for now to go and buy. Okay, I'm just waiting for Steam to start up. It's just connected to my account. Right? I'm buying it. I'm sure it was on special offer. Please still be on special offer.
Back to our second story. We are competitive. I will say this now. He is the better gamer at everything, right? I was just fucking lucky on Homeworld. I'm going to say that now. I'm going to say I still kicked his ass, but I'm not. Anyway, while he's doing that,
man, Keith. You are so dead.
Whatever's. While he's doing that, yeah, just to finish off, that basically, Tomb Raider. If you like it, it looks like it's going to be a good game. I like the trailer. Loved the first one in this current incarnation. Just a bit pissed off because now I have a PS4 and not an Xbox. I'm gonna have to wait a fucking year for this game, but never mind. Right, we should move on to our and finally story. I sent this one to Gareth because we didn't have a funny story, and I found this on the thing and I thought, well, this is very funny.
We are going to. We had so much fun with Shia LaBeouf last week. Not on just this, on the Geek Corner too.
Oh yeah, we had Shia do our shameless plug. So every time we went, follow us on Twitter, he would be do it. I'm hoping that works. I'm hoping that motivates people to review us on iTunes and things like that. Anyway, we should cover this last story. We are referring to this game only because it amuses me and Gareth greatly as the Pigeon Fucker game. Because basically, there is a game out on your PlayStation 4 and Vita.
I don't think it's a pigeon fucking simulator, okay?
But you can date a pigeon! Yeah, it's a pigeon dating game! It's a pigeon fucking game!
Not a pigeon, it's not like... The way you make it sound, it's like simulated coitus with a pigeon. It's not, alright?
That'll be the DLC, mate.
No, that'll be some fan-made patch.
Well... PS4's going to allow mods soon. How long do you think before we see a Nude Raider reincarnation? I'm telling you. Believe me,
Oh.
somebody out there has already done it on the PC version of the last one. They will be fucking working it out how to do it on the console. Believe me. But anyway, yes. Go on.
No, I was going to say, it must be a damn sight harder now because you have to properly render everything now. Before you could just change an image, yeah?
More realistic.
Pardon?
More realistic. Thank God.
Yeah, but the effort that goes into that, it's annoying because before the effort was like minimal, yeah? Now the effort's like going to be supreme. So if someone has done it, then you have to go, well done for doing it, but
somebody has done it. Trust me, New Raider has already come back out. Anyway, we should talk about this game. According to this game is called. Now, how do you say this?
I have no idea.
It's called Hat-O-Full Boyfriend. Which is spelled Hatoful Boyfriend, and it is basically a sim game for the pigeons. And you get to date pigeons, hence why we're dubbing this the Pigeon Fucker game. Purely because it amuses us. And it amused you as well, Gav, because you coined it at the beginning. It wasn't even me that came out with that. But yes, this game is out on the PS4 and Vita, and you can download this and date a pigeon.
Right, so you're telling me maybe I shouldn't download Homeworld Homeworld Remastered on the PC and pop out my PS Vita. And play the Pigeon Fucker.
I'd be the Pigeon Fucker, yeah. Screw you guys.
Yeah. Oh god, that's got battery life in it. I thought it was flat. Just thought I'd turn it on. I was just going to go to the store to see if the Pigeon Fucking Simulator had been added.
But apparently this is already out on PC. It's already available on the PC, so there are already Pigeon Fucker fans out there.
What? Right, okay, alright. It's a novelty. Yeah, it's a novelty. That's what it is. That's why people like it. It's a novelty. It's
a bit like Goat Simulator, isn't it? But with pigeons.
Yeah, but the difference between Goat Simulator, it just looks insane and incredibly mad, and this looks a bit. This looks like fucking like a crap RPG game. And there are people. I probably insulted more people by slagging off the Pigeon Simulator game than I did with the Ars Technica bit. Oh, yeah.
Seriously, there is a pigeon. It's weird. Anyway, we should move on. That was the pigeon game. You can check it out on the PS4. It's called Hat-O-Full Boyfriend, whatever that is. Okay, we should move on to the feedback section. Gareth, have we got any feedback?
Yes. I tried to put my microphone close to the computer earlier. Wicked feedback. We've got some feedback. I was looking at it. I was looking at it this morning, and I was looking at it on Twitter too. Just let me open my windows, and I will go through it. So, right. First bit of feedback goes out to Canuckle. Thank you for liking our Fallout 4 video. Thank you very much. And then Giant Bacon again. He liked the Shia LaBeouf DLC along with Gerzo. Which is awesome. And Follower Friday just screws everything up when it comes to Twitter. Also, Gerzo liked the Wolfenstein review that I did. The problem is that my voice isn't as good as Nigel's, and I will admit this. Yeah, I will admit that my voice isn't as good as Nigel's. I know why my voice isn't as good as Nigel's. Do you know why?
Why is your voice not as good as Nigel's? Because
I don't have me coaching me to get a better voice. Oh, that's a backhanded compliment. So yes, and another bit of feedback to Gerzo. Yes, I love the Total War games. Medieval Total War was fantastic. The amount of time I lost to Medieval Total War was ridiculous. It was one of those games. It is literally one of those games, yeah, where you are playing it and then you go, "Oh shit, I've got work tomorrow. It's 3." And that's how good that game was, and other things. But yeah, that was cool. So that was the feedback from Twitter. So let's have a quick look at the feedback from YouTube. The problem is I've got the wrong YouTube open. So, did you get any feedback on Facebook?
No, we haven't had anything on Facebook this week. We have got quite a few likes on Facebook, but unfortunately no real feedback. Yeah, that's pretty much it, unfortunately. My girlfriend liked my promotion of the Geek Corner on Facebook. That's about my feedback for this week.
Well, sorry, I was just having to, it's annoying because we have to log into a separate account and I'm having to log back into this other one because I was trying to monitor the comments, but no one's watching us, which is tragic.
That's unusual, actually. We usually have quite a few people watching this by now. Must be a quiet week. That's it. Everybody's on bloody holiday this week.
Yes, everyone is on holiday, and guess what? I'm on holiday next week. So I will do stories that I found on Reddit, which are supposed to be interesting, that aren't maybe interested or maybe shite. And what I will do is I will read out the news story, yeah, and then I'll pick my nose as I try and think of a comment to say, and then I'll say it all by my lonesome, so we have something out there, because it was Nigel's idea that we do that sort of stuff.
You're on holiday next Saturday?
Yes, just for the weekend. It's my anniversary weekend. I forgot.
Oops.
But lucky for me, the wife didn't, and she sorted something out.
Oops.
So which is fine.
Naughty
Yeah,
boy.
very naughty. And I'm still playing for time as I'm trying to switch my account. Thank you. Where are we? Here we go. We have 208 subscribers on YouTube. I always love this. This is great because whenever you reset to 0, yeah, so like it's 100, 200, the first lot of subscribers comes in really quickly. You're starting into 80, everything slows down. So the push to get to the next one is really difficult. I have no idea why. You know, there are other people I've spoken to on YouTube who've had similar things. But hey, 208 is not too bad. We had 200. We had 200 not 2 weeks ago, so
we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
We're doing all right. It's not as well as we like, but hey, fuck it.
Gareth has managed to increase his retention rate on the YouTube channel, so hopefully we should start getting a few more views. We had a few views on the Shia LaBeouf story, and hopefully our Geek Corner from last week will have amused people.
Okay, all right. So we will start off with Muck Plastering, and he liked the shout out video. So thank you much for that for Muck Plastering. He also said about the Kojima thing that he reckons there'll be a Kickstarter. So he said thumbs up for a Kickstarter. And he said it was cool that we're close to 1,000 followers on Twitter.
We have got 1,016 now.
Woohoo! So yeah, I love it. It's madness. All those people following us.
Yep.
And then we've removed as much of the spam followers as we could. So yeah, we got that. Louise says thank you very much for the feedback. And a guy called, we'll just call him Dom M, commented on our Oculus Rift video and said, ha ha ha, Nigel's in his wardrobe. Lol. He is in his wardrobe. You can see literally. I'm actually tempted to try and make out that we're all in a cupboard of sorts. So if I could get like a fake background for Keith, so it's like stationary, so it's in a stationary cupboard, and then like an electrical panel behind me, so I'm in like an electrical cupboard. I think would be fantastic. So we can just make out that we were there. Gerzo liked my review of Wolfenstein Bad Blood. So yeah, that's it for feedback.
Right, we should shamelessly plug ourselves then. Okay, so it's your turn to plug the social media this week. So Gareth.
No. It goes like this. No, it goes like this. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking antisocial, but I am on social media, along with the rest of us. So you can come and follow us on Twitter. Join the 1,000 people that are following us on Twitter, or you can be special and join us on Google Plus, where you can hit that tick and find out about whenever we release a video or make a comment. You'll be able to be informed of that. And then we have Facebook, where you can give us a thumbs up and like our page, where we put all our stupid things, primarily for the podcast bits. And then we have a player.me account, which I have no fucking idea what it does. Yeah, Nigel's got this thing. It's, as far as I'm concerned, the player.me account is the hippogriff. It's a fucking internet creature that is supposed to propel us to stardom. I think it's actually pushing our articles and stuff onto foreign gaming websites as proper games journalism, where we're not.
That's don't get the secret away.
We're not games journalists. We're never not in a million years. I don't want to be. I'm an enthusiast. Yeah. If I go to journalism school and come back, then I will say I'm a journalist. I always like to say, yeah, we're journalists. Yeah, we're scientists. We just need lab coats, that sort of thing. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's what player.me does. It propels us and makes us look like games journalists for reasons unknown.
Yes, so that's it. We have two YouTube channels. We have our main YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/gaming face punch, where you can find bite-sized news and reviews of various games that Gareth and Nigel have done. It's really good. Looks amazing. Videos are very funny. Check out the Shia LaBeouf one that we did last week, which is in the bite-sized news. Very, very funny. If you want to see, if you're listening to the podcast and you want to see the video version of the Gaming Roundup, you can see it in its entirety on our YouTube channel, The Gaming Roundup, where you will be able to find the full-length video, including me and Gareth arguing, because Gareth does a very good job of editing the news stories down to 3 to 4 minute videos and puts them on our main channel. But most of the time, these conversations go on for about 10 minutes.
Do you know the greatest thing is? I make us look really competent and really knowledgeable, where I know that the three of us are just fumbling around in the dirt like losers, trying to figure out what the fuck are we reading when it comes to the pigeon fucker story, or what the hell's going on with Shia LaBeouf.
He's fucking nuts. That's the be all and end all of it. So yes, we have these two wonderful YouTube channels. Come and check us out on there. We also have 2 podcasts a week, because if you're listening to the podcast version of this, you will know this. The Gaming Roundup podcast comes out on Monday, and we then do the Geek Corner, where we talk about movies, technical stuff, and all sorts of stuff. TV series, we do reviews on everything. That comes out usually on a Thursday, but because I've been really, really, really busy working.
No, not busy, lazy. There's a difference. He's been lazy.
Excuse me. No, I haven't. I have an engagement ring to buy, a washing machine to buy, and a fucking bed. I'm properly fucking domesticated these days, so it means I've got to work. I know. Fucking engagement. Seriously, men, never get married. It's just a head fuck. Anyway. Yes, those podcasts are available on all good podcast directories, including Player FM, who we love, Stitcher, TuneIn, and iTunes. You can also download the podcast direct from our website, which is www.gamingfacepunch.com. All of our videos are on there. There is a link to our Twitch screen when Nigel, Gareth, or me on the odd occasion Twitch. Everything's there. Basically, all of our social media stuff, except this mythical player. What's it called? Player.me account.
Player.me account. The hippogriff of the internet.
The hippogriff of the internet. That you can find everything on our website. We are desperately asking everybody out there who listens, watches, does anything to give us feedback. As you know, if you've watched the video or listened to the podcast, we do a feedback section, and we will give you a shout out if you give us some feedback. We're desperate to know what you guys think. We know there's a lot of people listening to the podcast, but we don't know what you think. We don't know if you like us. We're assuming you do because you download it a lot, but we're not entirely sure. So guys, please leave us some comments on iTunes, YouTube, wherever you are watching this or listening to this. Please just let us know what you think. We'll be very, very grateful. Anyway, I have been Keith from Gaming Face Punch. This has been week 28 of the Gaming Roundup. Thank you very much for watching, listening. Gareth, take it away.
Cheers. I love that. Oh, it's just knock the energy right out of that. Cheers, thank you for watching. We'll see. You will hear us again in the Geek Corner, and then these videos will be released all sliced and diced and beautifully produced with clips in and stuff, and we will sound so professional that you can't believe that this video exists.
Yes, because we are serious gaming journalists.
We are serious gaming journalists. We just need the hat with the press pass in it.
Right, anyway, guys, again, thank you very much for watching, downloading, or however you are listening or watching us. Thank you very, very much. This has been week 28. Bye-bye! Better end it, really.